You did it while you were getting off the benzos?
Yeah, well, I just moved. I did the knee surgery. It was like 1,000 things. I didn't even know I was withdrawing, like I said, until I did the knee surgery, and something happened with my heart. And one of the doctors came in, and we started talking, and he kept looking at me weird. He was a Spanish dude. And he gave me his card, and I called him when I got out, and he goes, come see me. Something wasn't right that night. And he did a physical, and I went back to see him, blood, that type of shit, and he goes, everything was right, everything was okay. I don't know, he put me on a heart monitor, and he goes, your heart's fine. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And his assistant said, are you still taking the Xanax? And I go, yeah, and she goes, that's what's going on with you. Look at the charts, Doc. He's been on them since 2012. And I go, no, I just been using them since the pandemic started. And that's when she goes, no, you got to stop withdrawing. I didn't even know. I just had a horrible fucking feeling.
How long do you think it takes when you're on those things before you're addicted?
2 weeks, maybe.
Really?
Well, I would take them and then forget about them. I would put them in my top pocket and then go to the store and not take them. And then I would just wash them. There was a lot of times I would take them, I would bring it with me in case I got like a little fucking, But Joe, the funny thing about this, if I tell you, this goes back to when I was a kid. In the simplest way. You ready for this? I was a little fucking fruitcake when I came from Cuba. Do you know I sucked the pacifier after I was 6? So after like I was 3, they took them away from you, but I'd hide them in strategic places. And whenever shit got dangerous, I'd go over, suck it, put it down, and then I'd fucking go back to what was going on here. So when I lived in 88th Street in New York City, my mom had a jukebox at the bar. So every week, the guy comes in and he gives you the old 45s. Is that what they're called? 45s? So I don't know what they were. They were all different types. Spanish music, black music, rock music. My mother had a great taste in the jukebox. So I would have fucking boxes of singles. I lived on the 3rd floor. And if you go to 205 West 8, even today, you pull up to it, you'll see where I live, where I grew up right there on the 3rd floor. But you'll see that there's a parking garage there. They never really, it's like an old building. Now it's redone again. They did something. When we were kids, we played back there. So whenever I had anxiety, I would go upstairs to suck on the pacifier. I wasn't cool enough to put them on the street yet. Later in time, I would put them on the street and I would suck on them when I was playing basketball or something. If they called a foul on me and I would panic, I would go upstairs and I had a window that they couldn't see from below because it was the back of the building. So it was like an indentation and all our windows. You can't see that from there. So I would take those 45s and I would whip them. They're like fucking boomerangs. I would just sit there for 10 minutes and just whip them. And I'd hear people downstairs, what the fuck? Stop it, you fucking scumbag. What's going on? And then I run downstairs and all these kids would be holding on to their heads and shit. They're like, where'd you go? And I go, I went upstairs to go to the bathroom. You missed it. The crazy guy's throwing records at us. Do you know how long I did that for, Doug? I did that for about a year. I threw records at those motherfuckers. I cut them. I did so many things to those kids. They never knew it was me. But back to it, that's how I started going upstairs to suck on the pacifier. So I always had something. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I always had my little...
You wanted something to, like, help you out.
I always had something to smoothen the humps and the bumps. I didn't know that shit existed. I ate those when you did coke. When you do coke, that's when people give you those things. Oh, you're going to have a hard-on, take 2 of these, and you'll get a hard-on, you'll fall asleep. I never knew they were treated for anxiety or whatever. Fuck, who gives a fuck when you're on the street doing drugs, what they're treated for?
There's a lot of people with anxiety. That's the problem. And getting off of that seems like it's one of the worst things to get off imaginable.
No, man, because now I deal with it's so funny.
No, I'm talking about the withdrawal, the shit you went through.
Oh, the withdrawals are horrible. But it's funny now when I do shit, I always remember. Like I had to do something in the city a couple of weeks ago. I had to go for an audition. As I was putting on my suit, I go, insert Xanax now. This is when I would be putting the Xanax. My anxiety would start creeping up on me. I'd lose my breath. Like my breath would go away from me. And once I'd start panicking, forget. I even had to take, I would take Xanax to go to jiu-jitsu for a while.
Jesus.
because of my anxiety in jiu-jitsu. Now I have no anxiety in jiu-jitsu. Now I go to jiu-jitsu, I just get beat up. That's it. It's great. I go in there and I breathe. It's fantastic. So you have to work at anxiety. You have to really breathe. I did a lot of breath work. I slept a lot. I went back to my Boulder roots and I meditated a little bit, which helps. I don't get on the computer in the morning anymore.
That helps you a lot?
I fucking get a cup of coffee and I sit on my balcony. I look at the mountains for 20, 30 minutes. We're in no rush. We got nowhere to be. I do a little grateful shit, what I'm grateful for. I pray for you. I pray for my friends. You know, I don't pray, but I hope everything's all right,
Yeah.
you know. You know, I'm Cuban. I got my little faults, but I'm still like that Boulder Buddhist shit has always... I can't cop to being a Buddhist, but sometimes I think about it, you know. So before I do anything, I make sure I'm good in the mornings. I'm grounded. I used to get up and go around the fucking computer and start doing bong hits. That ain't gonna do nothing. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't do that shit. You can't do it.
Yeah.
And this is what you were saying before. As you get older, you start learning
You learn more about
what
yourself.
works, and you try to share it with people.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, listen, man, don't get up anymore and put that TV on. And don't get up and open that fucking computer. Save yourself. I realized something else. For the last year, I've been eating a fruit bowl for breakfast. Every morning. It's raspberries, bananas, pears, cherries, whatever. Whatever I could get on. Guess what now? I don't need sugar at night. Is that the weirdest thing? Even when I can smoke 15 joints. I don't need sugar at night no more. Because I got rid of that sugar crave in the morning, I think. I don't know.
Well, it's definitely the healthiest way to get sugar.
I don't know.
I don't think anybody says fruit's bad for you. If they do, it's like, for who?
Yeah, fruit.
Fruit's great.
Listen, if you would take 22 aspirins a day, you're going to die. But
Yeah.
one aspirin ain't going to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
2 apples ain't going to fucking kill you, you know? And
Joey, I got to wrap this up. We got to get out of here.
Where you going?
Got a dinner.
We just got here.
No, it's already 4:30.
It's 4:30?
Yeah.
That's it? I'm not
Yeah.
going to see you?
Oh, come on, you're going to see me in a couple hours.
Okay. Who's coming tonight? Who's doing the show with us? Russell's here?
Russell's here.
'Cause Red
Tony, Brian Simpson, Hassan Ahmad,
Okay.
you and me.
Ron White.
Ron might come down. Ron was sick. He's been sick for a couple days. Hopefully he's feeling better. I'll call him up.
He looks good, man.
Yeah.
Duncan. Call Duncan up. I'd
Yeah.
like to see him.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to thank Laughing Gas. They send you a bag.
Oh, Christina's coming down tonight, too.
Christina's coming
Yeah.
up? Good to see her. What do you call her?
Christina P.
Okay. I'll call her Christine.
Okay.
I know it's one of those that she gets pissed off at. I don't know
Does
what her
she?
name is. Yeah, she don't like when I
Okay.
I love you.
I
Thank
love
you very
to death,
much for
brother.
having me on.
Thank you. And everybody, Tremendous. The book is out May 5th.
May 2nd.
May 2nd.
Pre-order Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, thrift.com, and you save no delivery charge if you go on thriftbooks.com or something.